Yeah, already got that covered. There you go.
Yeah.
Now everybody can hear you.
Oh, I can show it? Show my 0-month streak in the chat. What is that? Edit
There we
chat
go.
identity? What the fuck is that?
We'll just have that up there in the background. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Don't call me that.
Why
So what's
not?
going
You
on,
don't want to
everybody?
be perfect?
I know, I don't. I'm doing great.
Hello, Jason.
Here.
Everybody having a good week?
Yeah.
No. Pretty bad.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sucks.
I'm not dying anymore, so that's good.
Darn.
Hey,
Good.
that's a subscription. Look at you, 2 months in a row.
It's me.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
Nah.
So yeah, I guess the first thing we should say is we, like Ruby already went over it, but just to reiterate, there are going to be some major spoilers. We're going to be talking about this, and most likely we're going to also be talking about 7. I don't know why you would watch this if you haven't beaten at least 7, but we're going to be talking about all that. We're going to be delving deep into the lore and doing predictions and whatnot, so you best be prepared for that. And yeah, we should be having a pretty fun time. And there's gift subs. How many is that? 3? Oh, look, Austin, you got a
Damn it,
gift
I
sub.
gave one to Austin.
And AJ and Zakia? I think that's what that says.
Zucchini?
Enjoy those gift subs, everybody. So yeah,
Austin.
so how many... I guess the first thing we should ask is, how many times have you guys beaten the game so far? Has anybody beaten it more than 5 times?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I platinumed it the other day. I was kind of worried I wasn't going to before the stream.
Oh my god.
I mean, holy shit. I've seen some of the achievements on it. It's not not easy to do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do the melee only run.
It's surprisingly easy. You mostly just run. You just run past everything.
Yeah, I feel like the factory would fuck me up.
Yeah, you gotta know where you gotta go. But as soon as you get like either you get all the double S's on mercenaries to get like the laser sword, or you can just use the Kirambit, which you can just buy the second playthrough. It's pretty easy if you run it on casual. You just gotta like, know where to go and shit. So
Right. Does that do more damage than the regular knife?
oh yeah, dude, it does like 10 times more damage.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't even bother doing it on like the regular knife. That's like a waste of time. Otherwise, you'd be spending like literally an hour on fucking Lady D. There's no point.
I mean,
You don't
some
wanna
people would
spend
love
an
to
hour
last an
on
hour
her?
with her.
Yeah.
No, I mean everyone else is like getting hard over, but she just annoys me. So
How dare you?
For me, it's like,
That's why I get hard
I
over
I get it. She is designed to be, an attractive woman and whatnot. But I don't know if I'm just as fanatical as some. Like at this point, I think it might be more memey than real. But there are definitely some people that do feel it. Not judging those people
yeah,
at all.
some in the chat maybe. I don't know.
Alex, you want to talk to that, buddy?
In this Discord
About
maybe.
what? About
Yeah,
what?
you want to go into depth about your love?
Listen, all I'm saying is I just want to be crushed between her thighs. That's it.
You just don't want to be anywhere near her face.
Oh,
I mean, if it might take me an eternity to go, from there to there, but yeah.
It's actually cool. I didn't know this in the concept art. It talks about how she was based off of Hashishaku-sama, which is like this Japanese legend about an 8-foot tall woman who like curses children or whatever. That was pretty cool to learn.
Yeah, I've heard about
dress
her.
is also based off of an actual photo as well too.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, would we say that she is the favorite boss? Does anybody have another boss that they prefer?
In all Resident Evil or just Village?
I think we'll stick with Village for now.
And to be honest, they're all kind of not great. But I guess she's like the closest thing to an actual good one, so I'd go with her.
I had a bit of fun with the Heisenberg fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just like arcadey shit. I understand that.
Like when I first got the tank or whatever that they give you, holy shit. I was giggling like a little kid the whole time. I was like, oh, they give me tank, fucking battle bots.
I was like, this is like
Yeah,
Resident Evil
I
5.
like-
I should be
yeah.
shooting shit out of a truck.
Resident Evil 5 is the best one, hands down, no argument. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's definitely that though. The her fight was really good, but everything else just kind of
Well, one isn't
Okay.
really a boss fight. It's just like a
yeah.
Hide and
like a-
seek.
like a like a hide and seek game. And the other one's just like a redo, kind of, except you're on land instead of flying around a castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. It's probably negative, but I'm poor. I did not really care for the bosses. I think they were kind of lame. But leading up to the bosses was cool.
Yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
overly thrilled with like the boss fights in the game. Like they were all pretty repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really find them that difficult personally. But I did like House Benevento. That was probably my favorite part of the game.
No. It was awful. I don't know who would enjoy that. It was
Me,
awful.
because I'm not scared of porcelain dolls.
I mean, neither am
Yeah.
I. I'm just scared of being scared.
I'm just
Oh.
scared of being scared.
I'm
It's
scared
definitely
of
worth-
giant fetus babies.
Oh yeah. A lot of people
that
didn't like that.
terrified me. That scared the hell out of me when it first. I was like, "What's
Like
going on in the hallway?"
it's
And then,
not like the thing looks scary. It's more, I guess you could say, disturbing, which isn't scary. It's just like, I don't like it.
The sound and the grotesque.
Oh yeah,
creature
like
that
the
it is, I
It's
guess.
your dad, and I was like, nope.
I think
No,
it works
thank
because the rest of the game was fairly unscary.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty
Perception
scared at the
scary
beginning.
kills you, you know.
Scared at the beginning, but I was pretty much scared at all the parts where I didn't have a weapon.
Yep.
Like that's probably why that house worked, was because they took away your ability to fight back. Like- Like if
and-
I had a
yeah.
shotgun, I would have put that baby down.
I will
Oh,
say, like, the
wow.
complete darkness at points was what threw me off. Because, again, like, for anyone who watched previous streams, I don't like complete darkness. So, like, that part got to me. But, like, everything else about it was pretty great. I
Did-
enjoyed it.
Did anyone else feel like Ethan, whenever he was using his flashlight without his gun out, was just pointing it directly at the ground? Like, I had to look up to get the flashlight to shine in, like, the general forward direction. Otherwise, it would just be pointing at the ground at, like, a 30-degree angle from my feet. And I'm like,
Look, man.
Ethan, lift it up. Lift the fucking flashlight up. I can't
The
see.
weakest flashlight I can remember.
Scoliosis be a bitch.
The shit didn't
What the
fucking illuminate anything.
And there were times when I'm like, go ahead.
That's it. I would say, this has nothing to do with the flashlight. I would say the dollhouse section on my first playthrough was my favorite section, but on repeats, it loses appeal and it fairly quickly becomes just like a get through it kind of thing because it's like so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think the best section of the game is probably the castle. So,
Yeah, it was really cool.
The castle's all right. It's interesting that they heavily marketed the castle so much and like Lady D and all that, but she was barely in the game after like the first like quarter. Like once you got past
Yeah.
that,
They
you
knew
never
what they were doing.
you never go back.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because there were some interviews with the developers and they said like after we put out the first couple trailers, we were not expecting her to be this popular. Like people seem to really like Lady D. And we're all like Capcom. Come on. But yeah, apparently they were very surprised that people were very attached to her.
I think it goes to show how much they should look into what's trending on social media because goth
True.
ladies be making a comeback, especially the ones that look like Morticia, and she looks like a 1940s Morticia that can crush you.
How did we feel overall? I guess I should say that before we go into any more depth. Like, do we, if, all right, let's go down the line. So, 1 out of 10, or 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, 1 being like absolute garbage. Austin, what did you think?
Stop laughing, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm not laughing.
You are laughing.
I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? Okay.
Yep.
Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I think 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Carlos, what'd you think?
From what I've seen, I believe I've given it also an 8.
Oh, okay, cool. Ruby?
I'll give it an 8.
8? Yeah, I'd probably give it an. Yeah, I'll say 8.5. I definitely feel like it was better than 7. In like the opposite way, because 7 started out pretty well, but I feel like it fell off. Whereas this one, I feel, started off pretty well. Like, it started off good, and I feel like it just kind of like got better as it went. I don't think it really fell too much at any part.
Oh, really? Okay. I feel like this was the same as the rest of Resident Evil, where it's always a really strong start and then continually goes down.
Oh, no, I felt like it just kept getting better and better.
Okay. I just feel like how that's every Resident Evil is like that.
Maybe, yeah. I think it's because, like, with most Resident Evils, once you get towards the end, you know, you've got your armament, you've got all the good, you got your weapons and shit, and you're ready to go, and you're not really too scared of anything anymore. Whereas at the beginning, you're like, oh shit, I got 10 bullets left in my pistol. I hope nothing jumps out at me.
Could be that. I also think it has something to do with the areas. The areas get ridiculous. Like, fucking the laboratory under the mansion in the first game. Or the fucking laboratory underneath the police station.
It's not a Resident Evil game if it doesn't end in a laboratory at least once. Even this had a laboratory at the end.
A Resident Evil 4 when you're in the laboratory and the island.
And who can forget Resident Evil 5?
Yeah, exactly. Or 6. The whole game's bad. 7, you go to the like caverns and stuff, which I feel like wasn't that great.
Yeah. Like I said, 7 just kind of fell off. Like, the mine bit was definitely the weakest, because, do you know, like, the last actual boss battle is in the mines, and it's against, like, that, like, slight horde and the 2, like, fat guys? That's the last boss fight we get. Like, you could say, the Evelyn wall fight is sort of like a boss fight, but it's not really. It's really not.
It's a bullet sponge.
Pretty much. I actually liked the boss fight in this one, the final boss. It was a really fun fight. I liked all the different forms and stuff. It was a little bit of variety.
I wasn't being an asshole.
No, what's your problem?
I didn't take it as being an asshole.
It was the way you said it.
God, dude, I can't fucking say anything without sounding like a dickhead.
Exactly.
I mean, I didn't take it as being an asshole. That's why I kept going, but...
Thank you.
No. I'll speak up for you, Jason. Don't worry. I got you, brother.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. He's like the one dude from Treasure Island. Quiet. I'm speaking for you.
See, there you go.
I'm kind of the other way. I think 7 was better, but just because I'm like I like that old school kind of survival horror, and that was more like that. This is way more like arcadey Resident Evil 4. So I mean, if you're more into that, that's totally fine. So.
Oh, I'm definitely more into that. Like, I don't know. It was fun. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Even Resident Evil 1 was kind of crazy like this, because we had like hunters and stuff like that, where it's Resident Evil 7, it was just kind of like goopy guys and weird looking people. There wasn't a lot of variety in terms of design for the enemies, in my opinion.
Yeah, them
No.
did.
They had like 3.
Where this one, most, if not all, the enemies kind of felt unique. Even like the ones that were supposed to be sort of like the same like type, like lichens. You could tell which ones were which kinds.
Yeah, I agree with that. Did you get the deluxe edition, Jason?
Yes.
Okay. Did you look at the concept art for 7 that they like put in the extras?
I think I opened it, but I don't think I actually got to look through it too much. No.
Okay, yeah. So look through it, and they like detail a lot of this, like the enemies and all that. It's actually really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I spent like a good couple hours just looking through it and actually enjoying reading it.
Cool. I'll have to do that.
You also see that Ada was supposed to be in Village.
Was it?
Yeah.
Her costume looks really fucking cool too.
Yeah.
What the hell was she supposed to be?
Kind of like a plague doctor, witch hunter type of vibe.
Yep.
Like Eileen the Crow?
I mean, I guess.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I forget. Only probably Jason knows that.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Me too.
It kind of looked like a mix of Yennefer with like a plague doctor mask. It's the best way I could describe it. Or maybe like a dash of Kate Beckinsale's character from Van Helsing, Anna.
Jesus, that movie.
Yeah, throwback.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean what. To be honest, I didn't mean what she looked like. I meant like what was she supposed to like do?
You know,
Probably the
what
same thing
always
she
does.
does in probably the same thing she does in 4. She kind of shows up, doesn't really interact with you too much except to be like all enigmatic, and then you find out, oh, she was just spying for somebody else.
And then throws you an RPG.
Maybe, yeah. Dude, I think Ethan is like, he might be so far. I don't know. I don't think I really played through Resident Evil 0, so I can't say for sure. But is Ethan like the only main character that hasn't gotten to shoot an RPG at the boss?
I believe so, yeah.
Like everybody else gets at least one RPG shot in any of their games. Ethan didn't get one in 7, didn't get one in 8. I know there's the rocket pistol, but that doesn't really count in my opinion, because you have to get it after, and it's like a secondary, like, special weapon.
Look, it's
Oh, the
hard
Outbreak
with
dudes?
nubs.
Hard with nubs.
All the dudes in Outbreak.
I guess,
I
yeah.
don't think there's an RPG. I don't think there's an RPG in those games. Hunk.
Does Hunk not get an RPG? I feel like he would have gotten an RPG in like one of the
I love
No, I
Hunk.
don't think
He's
so.
so fucking cool.
Maybe they didn't give Ethan one because they were scared he was gonna lose more body parts.
he was gonna look at it. He was gonna look down the barrel.
He's too much. He's too much of a Chad to need one. So.
He keeps losing parts. We can't do it, guys.
Poor guy.
Well, did that bug anyone else? That like the fucking hand didn't eventually heal back. It was like permanently like that.
Yeah, that kind of. When he first lost it, I was like, oh. I just kept looking at it whenever he would move stuff.
You know what, Austin? He's just molded that way.
Yeah, what the hell?
You're so funny.
I mean, like, it's cool the first thing, and then I'm like, all right, fucking heal the thing already. It looks dumb.
I don't know, maybe he needs the fingers to reattach them. So he did the same thing with his hand. It got cut off and he had to grab the hand and stick it back on. Maybe he can't, like, regenerate it. Maybe it's like Wolverine. Well, no. Can Wolverine regenerate?
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can regenerate from a drop of blood.
Okay. Well, never mind.
It even healed his clothes, too.
Yeah, I saw that when he was doing it. I was like, is the healing, like, first aid liquid healing his clothes? Does it have little tiny needles and thread?
Absolutely.
They're just nanomachines in there, that's all.
Little tiny spiders just weaving the sleeve back together.
Ugh.
The jacket is part of him.
That's another thing I'm not looking forward to. The eventual inclusion of spiders back into the Resident Evil games, especially with the RE engine. It's gonna be awful. I was so relieved when they didn't have them in RE or RE2. Like they specifically were like, "Hey, just letting you guys know, we're not gonna have spiders in Resident Evil 2." And I was like, "Oh, thank God."
And
Like I can deal with them in like PS1 graphics, but it was rough. It was rough playing through a RE1 remake, and you get through that one door where the spider's just directly above you. Oof.
Man.
And then fighting what's it called? Tiger, the giant one.
I just want to give you a hug
No,
with all 8 legs.
dude, I hate spiders. I hate spiders so much.
Why? What's so scary about them?
I don't like the way they move. I don't like the fact that they like.
I don't like the way they look at me.
They're gross. They're gross. It's okay. I'll back you on that. They're fucking gross. They're weird.
Pest
They're
control.
bad.
I mean, I don't
creatures.
I don't dispute their usefulness in the ecosystem. I'm just more like I'm not a fan of the way they move, the way they eat, the way they act.
Everything about them. Yes.
Well, just think about this, Jason. I don't know if this will comfort you, but on average, a year you eat at least 5 spiders.
Shut up.
Nope.
In your sleep.
Protein.
Shut up.
Pretty sure that was debunked.
Yeah, take that.
Well, I'm not gonna believe the debunking.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
y'all live in Texas, so I wouldn't rule anything out.
Are you okay, Alex?
I don't know why that was just awesome. Just going, I'm gonna believe your debunk.
All right, so we've been
Fair.
kind
I'm
of
not
skirting
gonna
around
believe
some of the major spoilers, but I think we're gonna officially we're getting into the hardcore
All right,
spoiler
Carlos.
territory now. So, Carlos, if you're absolutely
All
sure
right,
you're
Carlos.
okay with getting spoiled, you can stay. If not, feel free to dip
Hey,
out.
look,
I don't want you to get spoiled if you really want to play this.
Can I tell you something?
What's up?
I will forget everything y'all are about to say. I promise you by the end of the pod. It's okay.
All right.
All
I
right,
just
Carlos,
wanted
tell
to
us
throw
what's going on. Tell us some spoilers.
Yeah, give me the biggest spoiler.
I didn't say I knew him. I just say I wouldn't remember him. Okay, there's a difference.
Mia was a man the
How about
whole
this?
time. How crazy was that?
Carlos,
Oh,
She had a dick.
well,
what's that one? Some
man.
bitch got a penis? All right.
Oh, what do we do with that?
Oh,
Okay,
What do we do with that? He says.
that's good to know, I guess.
Carlos, you should know what to do with it.
Oof.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
No, that's why I said excuse me.
So what did you want to talk about, Jason?
Yeah,
Before this
Jason.
guy fucking deflects us somewhere.
Okay, so I guess the first thing we'll talk about is what did you guys feel about finding out that Ethan was actually molded the whole time since 7? Did you guys see that coming?
Yeah,
I made jokes throughout the game whenever he would cut stuff off, or when he lost his fingers, I was like, man, I could really use some of that molded regeneration, because that's what I thought was happening in the first game. Was yes, he's under Evelyn's control, but I think that's just comes with being part of the link. But I never really took it the full mile and was like, no, he's just all mold.
yeah. I think I knew. I always knew that he was infected, but I was I didn't know to what extent.
I
And then,
thought
it was kind of mind blowing ish, but kind of just okay, that explains it.
right. I
it
thought
was hinted in files in Resident Evil 7.
oh, was it? I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna
and,
be something like what's her name? Birkin. What's her face? Ashley?
Oh,
Sherry Birkin.
Oh,
Because
Sherry.
we know
Okay.
in 6 that after she kind of got cured of the G virus, it kind of gave her regeneration powers. So I thought it was like that, where yes, he got healed, but he still kind of had that molded regeneration, and that's why he could still do all this. But that theory fucking
Well, he
got
never
blown
had
out.
an antidote.
Did he not? I
He
thought
never-
that they would have
no,
taken
he
care of him
never-
after the game.
No, they just assumed he didn't have it. I guess they never gave him an answer.
Oh, I assumed they did the same thing they did to like Zoe, where they just give her the cure and hope everything's good.
I mean, I would have not given the 2. Like when he had the 2 and 7, I'd just immediately injected myself with 1 and like just fuck him, and then So no, I don't think he was ever like given an antidote.
Huh. I guess I just always assumed that they would have dealt with all that since like Chris set them up and whatnot, like in a like a safe house. I guess I figured they would have already taken care of all that.
And all that.
He might have been a moron and be like, "I'm good, guys. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm fine. I'm not infected." I guess maybe they were like, "Oh, we killed Evelyn. We should be fine."
Well, he never went like crazy like Mia did, so I assume he just like didn't think he was infected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess he's like a special case, like how like Chris is immune to the virus and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. I still think that was crazy though. Holy shit. So Ethan's just been dead. He's just been dead this whole time. His will to protect Mia and then by extension Rose literally manifested itself.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet.
It's been awkward sex, I think.
And like
moldy
going back
dick.
and playing 7, you can hear his head crunch whenever Jack steps on him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like,
that's pretty funny.
Ew.
It's kind of weird though because he gets his head stomped on, but you still like view him getting dragged through his eyes.
Right.
So he must have like got infected immediately. Unless it was his fucking headless corpse being dragged and you just were looking for nothing.
Yeah, or I'm wondering like if it was like right as he entered the house, if what's her name, Evelyn, already started just kind of like putting stuff on or putting stuff in him.
Well, I think so. Wouldn't it? What happened in that one DLC, the one where you play as Zoe at like the very beginning? Isn't it just like spores or whatever? Is it spores or how do you get infected with the mold? Like I was never super clear on that. I always assumed it was spores.
You get it in your mouth.
Ew.
I think it's just like mold in like your area because that's how the bakers got it. Like they brought her in and she like was fucking shit up and they just like got it. Except what's her face? No, she got it too. They all got it actually.
Yeah, they all got it. I think she just was.
They just the parents got it like massively.
Yeah.
I think they explained in 8 that it was also spores in the area released by the mold as well too.
Okay. So what do you think about the Duke? What do we think about him?
He's my man.
He was ugly to look at and I didn't like it.
Well, did you guys find his crest in the carriage?
The crest?
What?
Yeah, he has a crest in the carriage. It's an owl. The original concept for him was that he was supposed to be a fifth lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I just said, fuck that. We need to.
No, I don't want to kill him.
I mean, like, yeah, he's all right. He works.
It's interesting that they left him kind of like ambiguously omnipotent, because he just seems to be like, oh, I don't know what I am exactly either. I could be anything. I could be in the next game.
I won't, but maybe.
And it's cute that they dropped the little hint to RE4.
Yeah, I don't think he was nearly as charming as the RE4 version, but
yeah.
I mean, he was all right. He was all right. Yeah, well, the other ones blew up, so I mean, like, he's not coming back.
True.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I know it. The island blew up.
No.
No, he was on a jet ski behind Leon. So let me ask you a question. What did you think of Ethan Winters? Because I know he wasn't very popular in 7.
It was cool.
I don't think I liked Ethan in 7 as much as I did in 8. In 8, they definitely made him a lot more emotive. Like, before, he would just kind of, like, do a couple of cheesy one-liners. He didn't really talk too much in terms of like a character. He just kind of said things to move stuff along. In 8, I definitely felt like he was more of a person. Like he was just a dude trying to get his daughter back.
Yeah.
While still kind of holding that Resident Evil cheese with like the one-liners and whatnot.
Yeah.
I liked him more in 8 than I did in 7. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I also agree. I never really hated him though.
Yeah, I didn't agree with the community. It's like, oh my gosh, fuck Ethan. He's a nobody, and it's
Yeah.
like
He's
it's
boring.
Like,
Well, yeah, I don't think I ever.
Wannabe.
I didn't really hate him. I think in 7 they were more trying to be like they were, since it was first person, and like I think they were really just trying to make it so like Ethan doesn't talk too much because they want you to be Ethan. Like Ethan is you. Ethan's not a character just yet. He's you. But I think in 8 they're like, you know what? I think people really just want Ethan to be his own person. So I think they gave him more personality here.
Yeah, I guess
a lot of
makes sense.
a lot of his one-liners were things that I would say,
Mm-hmm.
especially like when he goes, "No, you're the one that's cursed." And I'm like, "Yep, I'd definitely say that."
That is not groovy.
Nope.
Oh yeah, when he's got the chainsaw, it's like that's not groovy.
I mean, like, but I think about like Resident Evil Remake.
Mhm.
Chris and Jill are kind of like wooden planks the entire game, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We only
that.
like
Yeah.
them because we know them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know what they
Nostalgia,
become.
yeah.
Like Wesker and fucking Barry steal the goddamn show. So I mean,
Yeah.
like,
It's Wesker.
I'm
even
super
more so in the original.
I'm super proud of Capcom. It's been how long since RE5 and we haven't seen Wesker back yet? Like they've kept him dead. Like no RE engine Weskers yet. Like
Yeah.
holy shit. They're really
People
holding
feel
on
like
to
they're
that fact that he
too.
is gone.
Yep.
No
Like the
more
closest they ever
pictures of
got
Rebecca
was
anywhere.
Yeah, the closest they got was sort of bringing RE6 where it was like, "Oh, Jake, Wesker's son," but after that, we have heard
Jesus
nothing.
Christ. What a stain! I can't like even think about it without getting like upset.
What, RE6?
It's so bad.
It really is.
It was a
Carlos
fun
liked it.
game. I just don't think the
Yeah,
story was
it's
super
not bad.
engaging. Like I had
Yeah,
fun
the,
playing it, but I didn't really think I was too interested.
I slightly liked Leon's scenario, and that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Leon's scenario is really good.
Well, Leon's scenario was one of the few that I like only was actual zombies. Everything else was just crazy people with guns.
And Chris freaking tripping out.
Hmm.
Yeah, Chris and his survivor's guilt that I feel like every RE person gets. Like when Ethan's like, "Why do they keep on dying?" I'm like, welcome to being a Resident Evil protag. You're gonna get used to it.
Yeah.
Except Leon, I don't think he has that shit. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. This way.
Well, Leon has a hero complex, I think, because they touched on that in 6 too, where he kept trying to save everybody, and Helena was like, "Listen, you need to stop it. We can't save everybody. You're gonna waste too much time."
They literally have that one scene where they're looking at the monitor to the dudes like holding up the signs, and they're just watching them. And then as soon as they get attacked, they're like, "All right, let's go help now." It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
They
that
just
was
got
kind of
bit.
stupid. It's like,
You're a
yes, we'll go
government
help
agent?
them by putting them down.
What test did you pass to even become a cop? Get out of here.
What about that twist that Mother Miranda was replaced Mia for a while? We don't really know how long.
I mean, it made sense once I heard it because, yeah, I was like, when Mia at the very beginning was like all snippy, I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, I thought the same thing. Or when she gets shot, and she just kind of looks at her gunshot wound like, "Bitch, you just
hell?"
fucking."
Yeah, I was
hit
like,
me
did you
while I
just
was
tank
there."
that snipe?
I was making a soup, asshole.
Yep.
I don't think she was that. What are you giggling about, dude?
I'm not. Stop, man.
He's just having a good time.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, I don't think she was disguised that long because I think Ethan says something about like she never seemed this like mad or not wanting to talk about something or something like that.
There was like a sheet of paper somewhere. I forgot where, but I read it, and it was like she infiltrated for like a couple weeks, I think. I don't think she was there for like a year or so.
Yeah, I remember like people were like, "Oh my gosh, the Rose is really Mother Miranda's baby." It's like, no.
How old
that'd
was
be weird.
Rose? Was Rose like what, 6 months?
She's like 5 months, something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
about
There was a photo, but I couldn't really make out what the day on the cake said.
Very weird looking baby.
Yeah.
She was a
But
big
I think that's
baby.
every baby.
She was a big baby.
That's
I forgot
not
what
so-
I forgot what the actual measurements were, but they're like she came out as a huge fucking child.
She's about 18
Oh, yeah.
pounds. You know, nothing that bad.
Something light.
Like Jesus Christ, Mia, are you okay?
No.
Oh, dude. That's why she had to wear those like form-fitting clothes to hide everything.
Oh God.
hmm
I think a more important reveal is that Miranda was Spencer's mentor.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty cool. Like I kind of got a little nerdy whenever we read that letter,
Oh, I did
and I was like,
too.
"Oh my god,
100%.
it's all connected! I can see it now. All the threads are converging." I was so excited. I don't know why that stupid letter made me so excited.
Pepe
Same
Silva.
here.
I know.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I understand that reference.
and the fact that the logo came from a fucking drawing in a stone. What is it called? Sculpture.
Tavern?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be something like I thought when I saw that first saw that I thought the village was going to be like some sort of like experiment
Mhm.
thing that Umbrella set up to like test stuff, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I originally thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, that look okay. Well, this is like clearly like some sort of like test area, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
I was thinking like maybe this is like a deeper delving into like Umbrella being more than just a pharmaceutical company. Like it's more of like a secret society. I thought this was going to be more like an origins area for the Umbrella secret society, but no, it was just a inspirational place.
It's like a Freemason thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Or what is it in Simpsons? The Stonecutters or something like that?
Well, I was thinking more like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they expanded on like Hydra being more than just Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's good. I like
Nah,
that.
I didn't watch it.
It was pretty good. It got
Yes,
really
yeah.
good towards like the second season. Once they
Okay.
decided to stop trying to be a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I see.
Much better.
You got anything else?
So, sure. I mean, is everybody had their say? Everybody good?
Well, no, it's
Yeah.
just you're just leading the show, so I just
You're the
do you have
host.
any like talking points or?
I just wanted to make sure nobody else had anything else they want to say before we moved on. Are we all?
Let him direct his show, bro. He's got it.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just used to you to where like I have to fucking
Oof.
I don't know. Sometimes put you back
What?
on track.
Oh, because we're just having a great tangent.
You
every
know,
now and
I
then?
was thinking when I was setting everything up, I was like, should I have a notepad or something with like the topics on there? Nah, we'll just go
Never.
for it.
There you go. That's the right
Never.
mindset. Wing that bitch at all times, unless it's bad. Then you might want to.
So can I ask, what did y'all play it on?
PC.
Xbox
PC.
Series X and also starting it on PS5.
Damn.
Yeah, I played it on
PC.
PC.
Okay.
Same.
Did we
I tried
all?
playing
What
on PS5.
what difficulty do we all start on? Like I started on standard, but I feel like I probably would have had a bit more of an interesting time with hardcore.
I did hardcore first.
Because I'm a pussy and I like to enjoy my games first time around. I did casual.
Okay.
I usually always do that for the first run through, just so like I don't want to get just so mad that I turn off the game. So I'm just like I just want to go through it casually.
Okay.
And had a great time.
I was pretty
And then-
confident. So I just did it on hardcore.
I kind of had the same thought process as Alex. I was like, I mean, I don't want to go too hard on this game because I just want to have fun for the first part. I don't want to be stuck on places, which I heard that on hardcore starting out, that first section where you got to hold out against all the enemies. I hear that tripped up a lot of people.
Yeah, it fucks you up. It's pretty damn tough. I spent most of the time just running like a coward.
Hmm.
True.
It's
Shut
even
up,
worse
bro.
on Village of Shadows though.
Yeah, I hear I haven't tried it yet, but my roommate played Village of Shadows. Holy shit, dude. Alex, Jeff has played through this game so many times.
Of course he has.
Like, there would be times when
really fun, though.
he's just playing it for hours, and I was like, Jeff, what playthrough are you on? He's like, I think I'm on 6. Because he's gotten to the point where my roommate's gotten to the point where he's gotten all the weapons he wants, and now he's just running casual mode to get like money to upgrade them to get infinite.
Yeah.
Like, he did an entire Village of Shadows playthrough with like the best Magnum with infinite ammo.
This makes it like almost embarrassingly easy. So
Mhm.
I originally was just like, I'll just like try to see how far I can get just like with normal shit. And then like as soon as I got like halfway through the castle, I was like, I'm just gonna pull out the stake. Fuck this. It's just like, and it was embarrassingly easy after that. I was like, oh, this ain't even like
Yeah.
same game. So y'all could probably get the platinum pretty easy, but you're not
Probably.
playing on the Steam achievements, whatever they are.
Yeah, there's Steam achievements. I don't know. I don't think I'm too like invested in it. I'm still trying to get through Mercenaries. I want to get through all the Mercenaries so I can get the lightsaber, and then I was thinking if I get it in a decent amount of time, I might do like since it's on PC, I might mod it around a bit and try and do like a Jedi run where I only use the lightsaber.
I like that.
What level are you on Mercenaries?
I did Village SS, and I'm currently working my way through the castle. I think I've gotten up to
okay.
like A on the castle. Like, my first couple of runs has just been like recon runs. I just want to see where everything spawns. I haven't had too much time yet.
Okay. The are you what method are you going for?
What do you mean?
Like, what's your setup?
Well, for Village, it was pretty easy. I just got the sniper rifle and upgraded it because everything dies in one shot to the sniper. So I just went through and sniped it, and that's how I got SS. Because I would end it with like 7 minutes.
Okay. Here's another tip though that you might like. If you get the 1911 and just upgrade it as much as you can with like rate of fire and power, it's
Mhm.
literally like kills things so quickly it's embarrassing, and you get like so much ammo from it. It's just like it makes it trivial those first couple levels. So you just have to like it actually makes it somewhat tougher because you'll kill things too quickly and you won't keep your streak up. So, but that's
Yeah.
just, just letting you know that's another thing that's like really easy for the first like 3 levels. Because you have like you have village, castle, factory, and then mad village, and then you have to do them all again like on 2. Except you don't get like any of the good weapons except like you're stuck with a pistol, and then you can buy the magnum and the grenade launcher, but that takes
Ah.
like a lot of money. So that's
Okay.
like you got to do it basically like on hard mode. So
Interesting.
I would recommend for the first ones. The sniper rifle is not a bad choice. That can get like a lot of good things. The only issue is that like you can run out of ammo if you miss a lot.
Right.
But you're on PC, so you probably don't miss a lot if I'm on PC.
I mean, I guess not. I'm using an Xbox controller.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I preferred the 1911 just because it was like, bam, 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 bam. Okay, done. Bam, 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 done. Just like quick and easy. After that, that's where it really gets hard because you have to upgrade the shitty pistol, the Lemmy, I think.
Right.
Lemmy wing.
But you remember this though, you don't have to complete the level. You can just get as high enough of a score and die, and it still counts as a score.
It does?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to complete all like stages. You can just get to the whatever like it has that piece of paper that says the score.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the SS score, and you just have to get higher than that, and then you're good, and you can die.
Oh.
And you'll get the ranking.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I actually made that mistake myself when I was like on stage 4, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna die. Fuck this, I'm quitting." And like I shouldn't have because I was dumb. I would have got it, but it's whatever.
Interesting.
Just letting you know, you can just get through it like
Speedrun strats.
you can just get it through. Yeah, you can just get through it. Keep the streak up. The most important thing is keeping up the combo, like as many kills as you can in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I was using the sniper, because like I'd kill everything in an area and then I'd see something spawn in the distance and I'm like, it'd take me too long to run over there, just snipe it. Because at first I started trying it with the shotgun, but that just took too long for me.
Yeah, that's terrible strat.
So, and for like the sniper, most things, if not everything, dies in one hit. Especially if you get the perk where it's like your attacks do more damage if they're full health. Sniper can pretty much one shot even the big dudes with the armor on them. Like it can pretty much do that too.
Yeah.
Because if you shoot him in the body, it hurts more.
Yeah, I think it even fucks up the like big gauntlet hammer wielding guy or axe wielding guys that you'll see later.
Mm-hmm. Did everybody do all the treasures on their first playthrough? Like all of the various mini bosses?
I did not.
I think so.
Tried to.
I missed 2. I missed the one from the Beneviento grave, and then I completely forgot to do the lichen like shack or whatever that was to the right or to the left of the stronghold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to do that one.
That was back at the.
Which one?
The one that's back at the burnt house.
Yeah, I did that one.
Okay, where like the big lichen.
The alpha or whatever it's called, the prehistoric lichen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that one. Yeah, I think I only missed those 2 because I was watching somebody else do a playthrough after I was done with the game, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Oh, I forgot to do that. And those are actually 2 enemies that I had never seen. Like those big dudes with the hammers, the bald dudes. I hadn't seen those because the only time they spawn is at the graveyard and in that like mill area.
The cannibal shack. Yeah, the cannibal shack.
Like I completely missed an enemy.
That's really weird.
That's key Razzie.
You just you saw that you saw that left area and you just said, "Fuck that! I'm not going there."
Well, I thought that was where I needed to go, like after the mill. So I was like, all right, we'll go there after we do this stronghold. And I completely forgot after I was done with the stronghold because I was so like, jacked up after fighting the big dude with the pretty much the big main lichen dude.
Yeah.
I was so like amped after finally beating him. I was like, okay, we're good. Where does he want us to go? All the way over here? Let's go. Let's go all the way to the chalice. Which when I heard Giant's Chalice, I was like, oh, we're playing Bloodborne now.
I was like, not this shit again, please. Already did all these trials.
What'd you think of the factory? I feel like it lasted a little too long.
I feel like it was every other Resident Evil game where it was just like the lesser level, but that was just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, which part?
Heisenberg's factory.
Oh yeah. I do agree, Jason. I do feel like, it did last just overstay its welcome just a tad bit, and sometimes it was easy to get turned around in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite easy to get lost in there.
Mm-hmm.
I was so worried when you get knocked down at that one part. Like, I was so worried they were actually going to make you go through it all over again. I was so pissed. Thankfully, that was not the case, but I was... Even Ethan was like, ugh, again?
Oh, man.
Hey, but that was a really badass part where he has that confrontation with Heisenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like he just lets go. He let goes. And he's just like, "Fuck you."
Am I the only one that kind of got like Nicolas Cage vibes from Heisenberg? Like every time he talked, I kept thinking Nicolas Cage. What was that,
Alex? He
Alex?
had like a lisp.
Oh.
Yeah, he sounded like Keanu Reeves to me. I don't know why.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Keanu Reeves?
Nothing. It's a shame he's been in terrible games.
I guess we all just heard him differently. Like for me, it was I really just got like a Nick Cage vibe from him. It was so funny because then whenever he showed up, I'm like, oh hey, it's Nick Cage. What are you doing here?
I thought he had a really weird accent. I wasn't sure what it was like trying to go for, so I was like confused.
It's like he tried to go for country, but like foreign country, and I don't know what foreign nation he was trying to be.
But it also sounded American, like he watched American TV, I guess. It was weird.
Yeah.
America.
I wish there was a little more expositoriness for like the other two characters that didn't get as much, like Moreau and Donna.
Yeah, they just kind of
like
they were just kind of there, and you get sort of a backstory, but not really a backstory, more just information on them.
It's like, oh, they suck at this and they're good at this.
Yeah, this one's mentally deficient because they're socially awkward.
This one has a parasite on their face. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
What'd you call me?
I called you a parasite.
Oh, okay.
See, for me, playing through the game, I kept saying, like, I don't know what's going on. They just keep throwing me at bosses and enemies. And then it's like, at the very last, like, fifth of the game, they just throw all the information at me. And I was like, whoa, okay, calm down. I need to process real quick. Hold on. Like, I feel like they just dumped everything at the last minute.
Yeah, but it also does, like, this weird, like, red herring thing. Where, like, I don't know if you remember, but it was like, when you're talking to Heisenberg, he's like, oh, yeah, you're getting challenged to enter the family. And that's, like, not the case at all. I don't know why he said that. Was that just, like, him inferring that, or?
Either that, or he's just trying to say stuff to make him on his side, because he did say, like, we could team up and beat her. Which would have been interesting, I guess.
I would have took it. Honestly, I'd be like, fuck it. At this point, I just want my kid back, please.
So, how do we feel about this being Ethan's last game? Do we feel like we had enough of him? Do you think he can come back?
Well, did you see the scene where Mia is driving away from the cemetery, and then there's a character model that looks similar?
You mean Rose?
Yeah, Rose, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. If you do photo mode, I don't know if it's just a stand-in model, but they do show like Ethan like with his finger still missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that when the stream was like when I was streaming. I saw that at the credits. It was a little too bright on the stream to see it, but on the TV, I was like, "Who's that walking there? They're really they're really lingering on the shot for a while. Who is that?" I thought it was gonna be like, you know, the car was gonna get tipped over or something, and they were gonna be like, "To be continued," but no, it was just somebody walking.
Yeah. Well, since Ethan is technically like part of the mold, I don't know. I wonder if like Rose will hallucinate him or be able to talk with him, kind of like, you know, Evelyn.
Maybe.
Could talk.
But I thought the whole point of them destroying the main route was to destroy that like connection, basically the biological server, because that's all that route was a giant fucking server with all the memory.
Metamycete, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the megamycite or whatever.
That kill Rose?
I don't know. Maybe there's. Well, no. I was gonna say maybe there's enough human, but no. Ethan was molded. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Unless she like lost it, but she apparently has powers. So I'm a little confused by it. I think he's dead. He's probably not gonna come back. Maybe as like a dream thing for the kid, but like I think he's not gonna come back, which is I'm upset by.
Ethan Springs or Ethan Falls or Ethan Summers, you know, something like that.
Yeah, maybe some crap like that. I liked him. I liked the games he was in, so I was like kind of disappointed that he blew up.
Yeah.
I kind of got teary-eyed when he was saying goodbye. I was like, okay, I actually kind of feel bad. Like I'm feeling for this character that used to be just a plank. I thought they were gonna do that. I was like, are they gonna be brave? Are they gonna show his face? No, they stuck to it till the end.
Hell no.
Ethan is you. He is the faceless man.
He's just as ugly as I am.
He's old.
Towards the end of it, when he's walking away, I was like, "Do it, you cowards! Show his face."
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It sucks. What are you laughing at?
Why are you always? Can I not laugh at what y'all said?
Y'all
say some funny things. I'm actually able to like listen. This is fantastic.
No, absolutely not.
I'm sorry. I'll take it back.
All right, good.
Jeez.
Oh my.
At first I didn't really like the ending.
I didn't either.
I think I've changed a little bit. I think I'm accepting it more now.
True.
So.
I think I'm okay with the ending. It's kind of weird that we had to get Chris to just basically expand upon everything towards the ending, where he's just like, by the way, that whole story that you thought was happening, well, here's what really happened. I'm like, oh, we're doing one of these.
Why didn't
Okay.
you just tell me that earlier, you asshole?
Yeah, everybody kept saying
Yeah.
that. They're like, Chris, you needed to tell him. And it's just like, he wasn't ready, or there was no time.
Well, I understand at the very beginning because they don't know if he was like under the influence, you know, so to
Mhm.
speak. But after that, when he's like already killed like a boss, you'd be like, oh well, I guess he's not. Let's show him. It's like, no,
Yeah,
stay
it's
out
like,
of this.
Ethan,
It's
you
like,
are
fuck
out of
you,
your
dude, I'm
depth.
here.
And he's just like, I just took out an entire castle.
Fuck you.
It's like, what are you guys even doing? Like, you're doing nothing. I'm getting shit done here.
Yeah.
Though I will
facts,
say,
facts.
playing on standard and then moving from Ethan to Chris, where Chris's weapons are all just fucking stacked, it felt pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like
a different
everything was
game.
dying in like 3 shots.
Why do they keep making Chris look like a weirdo?
What?
He's a
That's a
weird.
good question.
I don't think he looked too weird. I think he looked better than he did in those 7.
He's
Yeah,
an
I don't
odd-looking
know.
human.
I don't
What's
know.
wrong
He
with
looks
that?
like he's like really fat.
He's
'Cause he
bulky.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because they just didn't like how he looked in 7, so they're just like, oh fuck, we gotta change it back to how he looked in 5 and 6.
It's like
no.
7 they
Look
tried to
bad.
make him it's like 7 they tried to make him like he would look sort of realistically from the first game. And then they're like, that doesn't work. Let's try and make it from the 5th game, which is just the opposite spectrum.
I mean, like, I think people were just like jarred by it because it was weird because we're so used to seeing what's his face. But I didn't really care that much. And all right, Resident Evil
Yeah.
7, I was like, whatever. It's a
Mhm.
different
Yeah.
engine, so like,
Yeah.
and now
At least
people
it
are
looked
okay
like
with
he
this
punched
new.
boulders.
I mean, people are okay with this new Claire and Leon, and they look weird. They got like little baby fish lips and shit. And
They do.
What's wrong with that?
nothing.
There you go.
Or the new Jill. So I mean, like, no one's really complaining about that. I don't see why they had to complain about 7.
I think it's because it was kind of like a different body type altogether, because they're so used to Chris from 5. They're like, this guy's way too skinny to be Chris. Where's my big boy that
This guy
punches
doesn't-
boulders?
This guy isn't
Yeah.
taking enough PEDs. All right, we need to get him on some shit right
God,
now.
get this guy some protein.
Yeah, Carlos.
This guy needs injections immediately.
Yeah.
So
He's injected.
I'm backtracking a bit. So you said Ada was supposed to be in this game?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a hell of a backtrack. That was like at the beginning.
So, well, I'm just thinking because in this takes place like what? I'm trying to think when this would have taken place to 6, which is would have been like the last canonical time we saw Ada.
Yeah, when she was
Well,
killing
this is
her
3 years
clone.
after 7, and 7 was what? 2000. When was that supposed to take place?
2007.
No, no, it's not.
Yep.
I can look it up right now. RA7 is set in the mid 2017.
Oh,
Told
so
you.
it just takes place in 2020. All right.
So yeah, this would have taken place now.
No, it didn't. Shut up.
That's
Shut
what
up.
it just said.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Someone help him.
And Resident Evil 6
And
takes
Resident Evil-
place in 2013.
All right, goddamn, taking all my shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have Google right here.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So that would be like fucking
7
years.
years. Okay.
Yeah, about.
About 7 years, yeah.
that would
'Cause
explain
then
the
it would have
beard
been-
Chris has.
Oh.
Well, that's what I'm just trying to think of, because if they're going to include all these characters, we have to think that it's been literal years since we last saw them from 6. Like, 6 is currently the last point that we've seen most of our main cast. Like, we saw Leon, we saw Chris, we saw Sherry.
Sherry.
Last time we saw Jill would have been
Ada.
Revelations, which I don't remember when Revelations takes place. I think it's actually before 5. Like, for Jill,
Yes.
we haven't seen her since 5. She's doing whatever. She's still
She's dead
being
as far as I'm
tested.
concerned.
Like, I don't know. I found a note that said like, "Oh, we have 3 females kidnapped, or we have 3 females here." And I was like, "Okay, one's Rose." I was like, "One's me," and I was like, "Oh, wait, is one Jill?" And then yeah, it never came to fruition. And I was like,
Nope.
"Okay."
Well, there's rumors that
Oh,
Ada's
he's
supposed to be
chill.
in DLC.
So what do we think? Yeah. So what do we think can be DLC if they do it? Like, what do we want to see?
What Chris was doing during everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably what they're doing. That's why we never
man.
get to see him during the stories, because they're just going to do a what is it called? I don't remember what the
Recon?
Chris DLC was called. Was it Not a Hero? I guess that wouldn't
Not a
work.
hero.
That's a good
Probably
DLC.
some like anti-BSAA stuff, apparently, because they're bad guys now.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, what's going on with the BSAA? When did Chris stop being a BSAA? I know he was like with the Umbrella people in
Resident Evil
7. Okay, so that was officially when it was like not part of it.
As
Okay.
we know, yeah.
Yeah, so what the fuck's going on with BSAA? They're using bioweapons? What the fuck's
Yeah,
that?
no, there's no explanation. We don't know. It's
Yeah.
as much as we know.
There's like this is the issue now. We don't like these people now, and we're like, but why? It's like you won't know. You just don't like them.
Wait until the
okay.
movie comes out
All right.
or the book.
Dude, if that's a thing, if
Forget
like
about
the
it.
animated series or like movie comes out and it's supposed to expand upon the fall of the BSAA's morality, oh my god.
Oh my.
What's wrong with that?
Introduce Alice, and you're like, yay, finally, the character we've been waiting for.
No, it's
Yeah,
everybody's
please, come
favorite.
on.
That's what it's gonna
Yeah.
be. RE9
have no
is
idea.
gonna be Alice.
Oh my god. Just
Oh, she'd be, like,
recontextualizes the whole
best.
series with her.
Honestly, it'd be probably the smartest thing to do. Alice is probably the most popular character.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, so shut up,
I've,
Carlos.
I have no idea what they're gonna do for
Huh?
DLC.
Yeah.
I joked
I'd-
about it, but I'd actually be pretty hyped if for some reason Joe makes his way here. And you get to do another Joe DLC. I'd be so happy. Or like a
Gotta
what if story.
He's got to continue the Baker bloodline.
Yeah.
Stop.
Do they pay?
I mean,
And
They
for the
bait?
reference, and I wish I didn't.
I'm sure he'd climb the mountain that is Lady D.
Oh yes, please.
Lady D's.
Man. Yeah, I'm not sure what they would do. If you
Yeah.
think, I think Ruby said like Ada might be DLC.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Stealing some more shit for some other secret organization again.
He's
Hmm.
gonna bring the mold with her
She's like fucking
and
55.
try to recreate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like the last time we would have seen her in RE Engine was RE2, which is like the 90s. So it's been
Yeah,
a
she was,
couple
like-
years. But as
she's,
we
like,
know,
fucking
Asian people don't
59.
Been
age.
a while.
Well, Asian people age, they just hit a wall. So they'll look
It's a
like really young.
big wall.
Yeah, they'll look really young until about like whenever. It varies, but then they'll hit a wall and they look like they've aged a century.
Menopause.
Yeah, they'll just wake up and it's just wrinkles.
It's like suddenly I'm a huge bag of bones. Please help me.
I don't want to help you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not
Wow.
exactly sure. I don't, and
I mean, I think it makes sense, the Ada potential DLC, and then like they got to do a Chris DLC just because he was doing fuck all during the story.
Yeah.
Like Ethan kind of gets I don't want to say shunned, but ignored for a lot of the story in this game. Like everybody just tells him to fuck off. Like he's constantly running around going, "What the fuck is going on? I just want my kid." And everybody's just like,
He
"Go
was my
away. You don't know
child."
anything."
you suck. Also, get out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Chris
You're
is
an
like, "Go
outsider."
away. You don't know what you're doing." All of the other enemies are like fucking enigmatically taunting him. And he's just going
No
around like,
baby
"What the
for
fuck
you."
is going on?"
And then he
Yeah.
blew up.
Yeah.
No, he didn't just blow up. He lost parts of his hands. He fucking got, dragged by his feet.
He went
Had
through
his
the ringer
blood
in this game.
sampled. Like he been through a time.
Did he get even more
then he
punished
blew
in
up.
this game than 7? Like, do we think he
well,
got...
in 7? He got his hand cut off. He got
Mhm.
his like hand
He got
stabbed through
fucking
constantly.
killed.
He got his head stomped in. Yeah, that's true. It exploded.
Yeah.
He got his leg chopped off by a shovel.
Yup.
Oh yeah, he got like a bunch of like weird spikes, nails blew into his hand from that balloon.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. I remember that.
Yeah, and in this he got like
Got his fingers
chewed
bitten
off.
off. He got, like, stuck on meat hooks by his hands.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was pleasure.
Oh my
TCM
God.
shit. He got hooks in the legs. You pull on him.
He got chewed on by a fucking giant wolf.
He
gets
got his
chewed on a
leg chopped
lot.
off.
He got his heart fucking ripped out.
That's
It's
Yeah.
true. Then he blew up. So I guess 8. He takes a
Yeah.
pin.
Dude has more holes in him than Swiss cheese.
Well, now he's got a lot of pieces everywhere. So.
Hey, Mike, welcome to the stream, man. Glad you can make it.
Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Yeah,
We're just
I
pretending
do.
to know stuff about a game.
Oh my God.
What he said.
Did any of you get the challenge for breaking
What?
all the windows in the castle? I'm watching that right now on
No.
the video.
I tried to.
Yep, that was a trophy. I had to get it.
Every time I tried to do it, I always ended up missing one. And I kept getting so pissed because I would get through it and I would forget because I'm having too much fun like fighting enemies. And then I get through the castle and I'm like, shit, forgot one again.
Shit.
I've only played through the game 3 times. I played through it on normal my first time, casual my second, and then hardcore my third time.
Okay.
It's only been
I wanted-
one for me because a friend was too scared to play, so I played it for her.
I want to do Village of
What?
Shadows. I just want to make sure if I do it, I start like a casual run first so I can build up all of like herbs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I
You
know
just
that
need to
first
stay.
section is gonna kick my ass.
You just need the steak and you blow through them all.
True.
That steak's expensive as shit though.
You haven't even played once? You really need to play it, Mike. It's great. I promise you.
Yeah, Mike. It's pretty good, dog.
Yeah, Mike.
Carlos,
I did my first one. I had to get all the files and the goats, which wasn't that hard actually,
Mm-hmm.
and to just beat the game.
Oh, I never
Second one
even
was
did
to-
any of the goats. Like, I shot maybe, like, if they were in my way, I shot the goats, but other than that, I didn't look for them.
They're not that hard. You can find them pretty easy. There's only one that's pretty difficult, but the rest are pretty easy.
Funny
Um,
enough, I got the one that you get when you're, like, in the elevator going up to the
That's the one I'm
Heisenberg
talking
fight.
about.
That's the only one
Yeah,
that
that's
I'm
the one I'm
like,
talking
I
about.
got accidentally because I was just shooting. Because I was trying to hit the dudes that were on the conveyor belt in the distance. And I ended up hitting
That's
it.
actually the one I'm talking about too. That's the
Oh,
hard
is
one
it?
I'm talking about. Yeah.
I got it accidentally.
My second one was to build up money so I could buy the steak and upgrade it all the way.
Mhm.
Third was my knife run with no meds,
Jeez.
and then and it was also the under 3-hour one. So just get all that throughout, and then the fourth was Village of Shadows.
Funny
And
enough,
then I just played it.
funny
ahead.
enough, my my hardcore run was my under 3-hour run.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh. What?
Well, at that point, that was like my third playthrough, so I've kind of knew where everything was. So I was just kind of running past enemies.
Oh, wow.
I'm not good at horror games. I panic too quick.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I
Fair.
panic too quick, depending on the horror game. If I get way too panicked, I can't aim. I freak out too much. I can't shoot right. I actually had to disable the aim acceleration. Did anybody else have to do that?
The what?
No.
The aim acceleration? The game has
I
like
didn't
built-in
know.
aim acceleration in I just can't deal with it. I don't like it at all. It's awful.
No, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you hate the zooming? Like, do you hate the fact that you can't aim down the sights, or does that not bother you?
It threw me off a bit, like with Chris's gun where it had like a scope and stuff. I'm like, why aren't we not using the scope? But I think I kind of just got used to it eventually.
Okay.
I feel like it could have been better if you aim down the sights, but I guess that they're like, Ethan's not that good. He can't look down the barrel of the gun. Which is funny
Neither can
because
Chris.
I saw the book at the very beginning of the game where it's like like gun practice or whatever. So it's like Ethan's been training. Like I guess that makes sense why he's a little
Yeah.
bit more proficient.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's like in Child's Play when
No, it's not.
Fucking Andy like owns a bunch of guns now.
That shit was fucking. I'm sorry. I fucking love that scene. Oh man.
It's or like what is that new Halloween movie where they meet the first
Laurie has
chick.
the whole. Yeah, they have like the whole underground trapping room.
Yeah, like she's fucking
Whole
ready.
house is a death trap. She's just ready, willing, and able.
Yeah.
Like I
So
like
excited
stories
for
like
Halloween
that
Kills.
where you get the pro
Yeah,
tag
I
that's
agree.
been through shit and now it's like they're fucking ready for the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
character growth and I love that.
Curse of Chucky when it's fantastic after credit scene where Chucky bursts out of the box and he just has a shotgun aimed at his head.
Yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of which, I'm excited for that TV show. But anyway,
I hope they bring Andy back.
yeah. They already said he's coming back along with Kyle's coming back too.
Sweet.
So
It's gonna be so stupid. I'm so excited.
What's up?
so do we think that the next games are going to be the daughter now? And if
Oh,
so,
man.
what powers, if she does get abilities, do you think or do you want to see? Like, it's clear she can do stuff because she already says that she can. But I'm wondering what the extent and if they're going to add that into gameplay mechanics, or if it's going to be stupid stuff like she can sense things, but we don't get any real practical application.
She has Spidey sense.
Yeah, she just gets a
That's what I would
Spidey
prefer.
sense.
That's what I would absolutely prefer. I would
She
prefer
gets
that.
what's it called? Fucking detective vision.
Detective Vision.
I prefer something way more like that. I don't want anything like crazy, ridiculous. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I've already talked about this.
You don't want to
how
become the
as much as I
BOW.
As much as I've liked RE8, I can see the writing on the wall, just like with what happened with RE4. And I just don't want to go down the next 3 games. That's like,
You don't want to go down Hollywood.
Let's go down quick time events. Let's do these crazy explosion action set pieces. Let's just go like crazy with it where we're doing backflips and suplexes. I'm good. I don't need that. Let's just go back to grounded horror
Though,
with ridiculous B-movie monsters.
Did you notice that whenever you blocked as Chris and did the push, he does his like RE5 fucking Superman punch?
Ridiculous punch. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty good, especially when you get a wall bounce.
He should have done like a boulder punch uppercut or whatever.
I was so happy when Heisenberg said that boulder punching asshole. That was so good. I actually laughed at that.
I was like, how does he know about that?
The legends. Or Sheva. Sheva just talked about it afterwards. She's like, this dude fucking punched a boulder.
I want Shiva to come back.
I do too. Like, if they were to make another Revelations game, I'd want it to be like Sheva. Maybe Sheva and Jake. I don't know. Who do they got on their backlog?
Helena.
Yeah, Helena.
I
They could do
Carlos,
Helena and
Carlos
Sheva.
to come
Fuck
back.
it.
Shiva.
Barry, of course. Fucking
Well,
Billy,
Barry,
Rebecca.
Shiva.
yeah, Barry got his own game in Rev 2.
Shiva.
Where the fuck's Rebecca at?
Shiva.
Well, if the movie that they came out with, what is it, Vendetta, is anything, she's doing that. I don't even really. That's sad. I don't remember what Vendetta was about.
Oh, Vendetta was.
All I remember was the gun kata scene in the hallway with Chris and Leon.
Yeah.
Which
it was not
I will admit was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Infinite Darkness though, since it's set
Same.
after Resident Evil 4.
I am too.
Bloodline must continue.
Yeah.
How did that meme start?
It was 4chan, I think, where they just made a joke about how Chris did too many steroids, so he can't have kids anymore.
Oh.
So Leon's got to like get together with Claire. I thought it was funny.
Okay.
Comical.
But yeah, if they were to make another Revelations, I definitely want to see at least Sheva. Whoever they want to pair with her, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I prefer it, honestly.
Yeah.
That's your favorite character, isn't it? Honestly, isn't that your favorite character?
Oh, baby. Yeah, 100%.
That's where the squad emote comes from. It's just Carlos. That's all him.
Fucking badass. Yeah, I agree.
Well, this is no joke. He literally said, "I'm playing as this kid." When we played co-op like years ago, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick this chick," and I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Don't explain. I don't have to explain anything to you. I'm picking this one."
Fuck yeah, Shiva, baby.
I'm surprised you guys haven't done an RE5 co-op like to completion on the stream.
No,
Not to
usually-
completion, but they did like a little bit of a stream of.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
that's what I mean. Like I saw them start it, but I think it'd be fun just to watch you guys try and get through the whole thing without killing each other.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see them get to the what is it, the light puzzles?
Oh my god.
Well, if you told us to be a better companion, then I think we could get through it. But he doesn't, It's really
Well, I think that I don't have to speak for anybody. I can just go to Alex and Ruby and say, "It's Carlos."
no.
And I would 100% agree.
No, I am quite easy to play with. You know what I mean? So
We've
Totally.
already played it before together, so
I don't think I've ever played RE5 alone. I've only ever played it with a partner.
it's really bad.
I've heard.
pretty good.
It's really bad alone.
Pretty good. Oh, alone.
Same with RE6. I've only ever played that with a teammate. I've never played it by myself.
I
Also
played
really bad.
alone, and it was not worth it.
Maybe that's
Really,
why
really,
I
really
think
bad.
about those games fondly. Is because I've only ever played it with a
Maybe.
person that's competent and not the AI.
And I think about it like it's a piece of crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Which is I mostly played 5 with partners. Like I had Carlos and I had this other chick I played with on professional.
Yeah, that's me.
So
I
yeah,
really
you're the
want
chick. You're the chick.
Yeah.
I really want someone to play Resident Evil co-op with Chris, just so I can watch you guys struggle.
Which co-op?
Someone
Or
do
which
it.
one?
Any, because I'm trying to get him through 7, and it hurts my soul.
Oh, is he going snail space?
Yeah, and
Oof.
it's Chris,
Godwin.
To
no,
be
no
fair,
shade or anything, but Carlos is better at horror than you are.
to his credit,
Yeah.
I will
called
say
out.
at the very beginning of this game, I'm walking everywhere. I'm not even moving fast. I'm like slowly tilting the controller forward. I am going as slowly as possible because everything is scary. Like if you watch the beginning of the stream when you're walking through that forest with nothing but your flashlight, I am going so fucking slow. It takes me like 30 minutes to finish that segment.
Seriously, I don't even want to be here.
I really was.
the
I was
opposite,
saying that
Carlos.
too. I was like, I don't like this. Why am I playing this? Why didn't you guys want this?
It was
That's
supposed
smart.
to be my day off. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's like the opposite of Carlos. He'll just run through everything so you don't see shit.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't want to.
Nothing,
That's
dog.
like saying, oh, I don't like this, so I'm just gonna take as many as I can at once and just take the whole brunt of it, and it'll be over. Nope, that's not how my body works. If I get too scared, I get angry.
My body.
That's actually how it was with what is it called? With the dollhouse. They eventually got to the point where I was so scared that I was just fucking upset. I was like, fuck
I
off!
love the dollhouse. I love it. It's so fun.
It's something.
It's good, wholesome family entertainment in there.
Oh my god. That fucking dollhouse.
sure.
I missed some of the jump scares in that though. Like the part where the Mia is like walking past the opaque window. I
Oh,
missed that
yeah,
because I
yeah.
turned. Like I missed that because I turned and then I saw somebody else play and they like stared directly at it and got the jump scare. I'm like, oh, huh. I missed that.
There's a good lack of jump scares in these last
Yeah.
couple games. If the last good, like subtle jump scares that you don't even notice is actually in the RE7 demo. If you remember it all,
Mm-hmm.
there's when you're doing like the sewer gators thing. There's like multiple instances where you see like a ghost chick and it just like flashes on the screen for like a couple seconds and then leaves. It's fucking scary.
Mike
Honestly,
gets
I
it.
think I really watched it for that.
All right, I gotta go. Y'all have fun. It's been a blast.
Hey man, thanks for contributing a lot. I appreciate it, dude. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah, your
problem, man.
insights were actually pretty cool. I didn't think about it that way.
Next time y'all need me, I'll be here. So no worries.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Thank you. All right, I'll see y'all later.
All right, take
Bye.
care.
Jeez. Thank God that guy's gone.
Wow.
Finally, we can actually enjoy stream.
So when did you
Watching us
guys?
type in chat. Sorry.
Yeah, when would you guys say you got
Happen
from
really
the
every
point
time?
of you went from I'm scared of this to I think I can handle anything now? When did you hit that point?
I don't think I was scared
when I
in
put the
Resident
disc
Evil
in?
8.
Oh, okay, just me. All right. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
even after
pretty hardened
beating
at this
Lady
point.
D, I was like, I don't know if I got this. Like, I'm still a little bit worried. I probably think after probably would have been after the Moreau fight for me that I kind of started going, okay, I think I can take this, because the Moreau fight was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. Like if I was to label a boss fight, I'm not gonna count the doll just because. But if I was to label a boss fight as like the easiest, it would probably be Moreau. Like he was a very standard boss fight.
Yeah.
Much like his character, there wasn't much to him.
Oh yeah.
Just gross guy based on the Kappa.
Have you guys seen? I retweeted it on Twitter, but have you seen some of the mods that they've come out with for this game?
The fly swatter for Lady D's butt. Yeah.
And the full
lingerie
body
outfit.
swap. Yeah, the full body swap. They have one where like all of the Lycan are Teletubbies.
Nope.
There's also one where every time you encounter Lady D, her hat gets bigger.
Yeah, I saw that one too. There's there's
Hopefully they
instead
get some good funny ones.
yeah, instead of Teletubbies, there's one where all the Lycan are handsome Squidward.
Jesus Christ.
There's one where Lady D is Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's too.
Oh, that's a classic one from Mr. X. I will have to say my favorite mod still is when DMX plays when Mr. X shows up.
Yeah.
It's still probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, that one. I had to think about that for a second, but yeah. I mean, there's the two mods where you can swap your baby and Chris's head. So you got Chris walking around with a fully like mo-capped baby face, and then you have the baby with Chris's face with the beard and everything.
Oh God,
That
no.
is disturbing.
I wouldn't want to save my child then. Hey, you gonna die.
You know, I can.
Yeah, you
also
look down.
understand.
Well, we had a good run. Oh, we're at the scene.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'm gonna just go make me a better kid.
Yeah, I wanted a son anyway.
Yeah, let's try again.
Oh,
More playtime with mommy.
I would have just said, "Oh, hey, Legos," and put them together.
Wow.
Like just going to sleep for a while.
Yeah, shush.
It's never. No, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
I'd probably play through this game again once more mods come out, because right now, like, other than Mercenaries, I don't really feel like I don't feel that urge to play it too much. Like, I've already beaten it 3 times, so
Yeah.
I feel like once mods come out, because that's the same thing that happened with like Fallen Order. Was once Fallen Order had like a decent amount of mods in the community, I played through it again, and it was like a whole new game for me. Like, I had my character changed into a what is his name? Plo Koon. Well, no, I had him changed into like one of Plo Koon's race, because that was the character I had in Jedi Academy. So
those things.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. I really like them, but I just cannot remember, so I always call it Plo Koon's race. But yeah, once more mods come out for this game, I'd love to see what they do.
Hopefully some nude mods of every character.
Oh, they're probably already working on that. I mean, Lady D's lingerie outfit is basically a new mod. It's almost all see-through.
Well, I was thinking more of Heisenberg, for sure.
That too.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Her mother Miranda.
Oh my.
I could imagine someone making a nun outfit for her for some reason.
Did it surprise anybody to find out that Mother Miranda was the little like old lady?
Not really.
Was that a big shocker for anybody? For me, I was like,
Not
oh,
really.
okay, that's
I
why I've
kinda
never
had a
seen you
feeling.
anywhere else.
I mean, they kind of did that with Evelyn, so I wasn't that shocked.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know, it's there, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting, the whole, like, she can transform into other people, so she might have potentially just been fucking with you this whole time. I think the one thing that I
did
was a
like-
little disappointed with was just the lack of interactions. Like, for the most part, unless it's an enemy, Ethan doesn't really talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I was about to say. Is like I kind of like the fact that they had like this group of survivors, and like they kind of have like those like archetypes that you're used to, and then they all just fucking die immediately, and you're like, oh shit.
Right?
Oh well.
Like, even with, like...
This ain't that kind of game.
Like, even if we compare it to RE4, like, at least in RE4, Leon had, what's his face? What was that one?
Luis?
Yeah, Luis. He had Luis through a good portion of the game. Like, for us, the only person we really have is the Duke. Like, the Duke was pretty much the only way of exposition that we had for the most part.
This like grotesque fucking thing to look
Yeah.
at. Leon had like his enemies to talk to. He had fucking Sadler,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
what's the little tiny guy called Salazar? Is that his name?
I think so, Salazar.
Yeah.
Your right hand comes off? Dude,
Or
I'm...
fucking Ashley. At least he had Ashley, right?
Leon!
And her monkey
Oh.
ears.
I hope that they don't have that in the fucking in the remake.
They better.
I'd cry.
Was anybody
Otherwise, why the hell
disappointed
not?
that this didn't come out with VR? For those of you who would have been able to play it in VR?
Yeah, but I think I don't know. I have this feeling like they waited for PSVR 2 to come out.
Maybe, yeah. Because I know they've said that because of everybody asking for VR, it's already in development to be in VR once they get it. But I'm pretty sure that the 7 for PlayStation 4, I'm pretty sure when they were first developing it, Sony was actually like, hey, can you make this in VR while you're developing it? So it wasn't like preemptively, or not preemptively, but like after VR was announced for PS4, they weren't like, oh, we should do that. No, like Sony was like, hey, we're going to do VR.
We're doing it.
You should make VR for this game to come out as like a selling point for the PlayStation. So RE7 was actually designed with VR in mind. I learned that like last week, and that was pretty cool. But not the same for this one, which I've never even played any of the RE7 bits in VR. Like, I played through the kitchen demo, and that was all I could take.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Has anyone here played Resident Evil 7 in VR apart from Jason in the kitchen demo?
No, I don't have VR.
I played it at least halfway through in VR, but didn't get the chance to really truly finish it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen other people play it. Like, when I was doing my retrospective through all the RE games, I was like, maybe I'll beat Resident Evil 7 in VR, because that was before I'd even played Resident Evil 7. So it would have been my first time playing through, which would have been in VR. But I was like, all right, we'll test the waters. So I did the VR demo for the kitchen thingy, and I was like, no, I don't like this.
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'll play it in the TV. Thank you.
TV mode.
I prefer my underpants the color they are, not brown.
Yeah. I prefer to poop on my own time.
Let me ask you a question, since you just asked about, you said you did that retrospective.
Mm-hmm.
What's your all's favorite Resident Evil game?
Out of the main series or all of them?
Just all the games.
All the games? Okay.
Hey, Resident Evil 2 original, all day, every day.
Probably be the first one remake. It's either that one or Revelations 1. I actually really liked Revelations 1.
We know why. Because of Jill's behind.
Sure.
I won't deny. Do they make her ass big every game? I feel like they do.
Yep, every time she returns, her booty gets a little bigger.
It's like
Except
Lady. It's like
except
Lady D's
remake.
hat. It just gets bigger every time you see it.
Yeah,
Yep.
except for remake, they made it small again. I was like, boo.
Well, she's
How
back to the
dare you
start. They
take
got to
away
start
her
from
buns.
zero
Well,
again.
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it was back when it started.
I guess so. It's true.
It's for the new fans. They get to experience it now.
Yeah,
They
that's
get
the real
experience.
reason we haven't seen her in a while. They're just giving her the.
Funny.
She's eating
jump
cupcakes as we speak to thicken up.
Yeah, funny enough, I played through Resident Evil 3, like the remake, with the classic Jill costume. I have not beaten that game with her new outfit. Like, it doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned.
I don't like the way they design the classic costumes in any of the remakes except Leon's. His one looks good. The rest of them look off.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, with Leon's, it's pretty much kind of like almost exactly what it would have looked like because it's just polygons. That's pretty much what it would have looked like. With theirs, they kind of had to change it up to make it a bit more, I don't know, appropriate. Or
really? Because Claire's classic outfit, they made it less appropriate. I feel like they got rid of her sleeves and gave her cleavage, and I was like, why don't they just give her the black T-shirt?
I have no idea, honestly.
It looks weird.
And for Jill, they just completely redid her whole bottom part of her outfit because otherwise her crawling around would be a little weird because she's not wearing pants in the original.
I don't hate that as much. I was thinking more of her Stars outfit. It looks weird.
I don't think I ever played with her Stars outfit.
Oh.
I'd have to look at. I'm gonna look it up and see what it looks like.
It
looks off. It looks like a Halloween costume almost.
Yeah.
So that I'm kind of disappointed about.
Do you want stars? I'll give you stars.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, the shoulder pads aren't that big. Shoulder pads need to be bigger. They're not as big.
And her butt looks terrible in it.
I mean, I can't see that from this image, but
well,
just trust harder. Yeah, change the way it looks.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, everybody on the stream. If that's like that,
just looks weird. I don't know. It seems off. Maybe it's just me.
I agree.
Okay.
Oh, here's a comparison.
What about you? What about you, Ruby, by the way? What's your favorite Resident Evil?
I had more fun playing Resident Evil 2, but for nostalgia purposes, I also really enjoyed 1. So for the nostalgia, I'll give it to 1.
Okay. Classic or directors?
Directors.
The DualShock version, right?
Shut the hell up, Alex. I love that basement music.
Yeah.
It's bumping.
What about you, Austin?
Probably RE2 just for nostalgia.
Got it.
I really, really like Resident Evil 7 though.
Yeah, 7 got a lot more hate than it deserved, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it was great.
I still think the original Resident Evil still hold up today.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I started with Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 was my very first Resident Evil. I didn't really get to play the other ones until I got way older. I played through 1, and then my retrospective in 2017 was the first time I'd ever played Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil.
Wow.
I think Resident Evil 5 I didn't beat, so it was the first time I'd ever beaten that as well. A lot of my first playthroughs were in 2017.
That's crazy.
So that's why I say Resident Evil 1 would probably be my favorite just because that was I had played it a little bit earlier. But 3 I enjoyed, but 3 I definitely can see its faults. So I don't think it makes it up to the number 1 spot.
Right. I do got to be honest. I think the first Resident Evil, it is kind of dated, but I think it's still enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
But you do have to realize it was 95, and it was one of the originals. It might be. It's not the OG, but it's second OG.
Yeah. It's set like a precedent.
The only game that I can think before was Alone in the Dark, which is like, god damn, y'all should not play that. Unless you're like super into survival horror like I am, I would not recommend it. It's just like a slug.
Could you
gotta know
imagine?
shit that like you gotta know shit that you couldn't you wouldn't even like. You're like, what? Why would I ever use that out there? What sense does that make? You just gotta like be lucky.
Right.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Could you imagine if, like, I don't know who would be the people in it, but could you imagine if we tried to get together the crew to play Resident Evil Outbreak and trying to beat any of the scenarios with co-op?
Fuck that.
Because they have it.
There, I'm not doing it.
Because they have that. You can play it online with other people.
Yeah, I'm not playing it if Carlos is playing.
I promise you, Austin, Carlos is not as bad as Chris.
But all I'm saying, Jason, is I do have Outbreak File 1 and 2 on my PlayStation 2.
So do I.
I was looking at some copies on eBay. Because I don't actually own that.
$10 at a game store.
I even have Hunk unlocked. What about you?
I haven't touched it.
I mean,
get shit on.
I bet I can find an ISO online with the Hunk unlocked.
Cheater.
I don't deny it.
You talk about retrospectives, and goddamn, dude, I really want to like do this year, but it's going to be the 20th anniversary for Silent Hill 2. I really want to get like to do something for that, but
I really like doing retrospective. It's fun when I get to do those for games I'm really excited about. Like, I don't get to do a lot of retrospectives because a lot of stuff is just not as I don't know what's the word. Not a lot of stuff has such a history behind it as Resident Evil, so if I do a retrospective, there's like maybe 2 or 3 games. Like, if I was going to do a retrospective on like Andromeda, I would have played through 3 Mass Effects, which probably would have still taken me the same amount of time that it would have done to be, or that would have taken to do all of the Resident Evils, but...
Yeah, well, luckily we have a true Mass Effect 4 coming out, so...
Yeah, can't wait to see it.
Suck.
Yeah, hope so.
Well, just so you know, it is going to be the 20th anniversary for Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
And there's 4 Silent Hill games you can pump out, and there's only 4.
And Silent Hill is one of the best horror games I've ever played in my life.
It is the best horror game I've ever played in my life.
I'm still waiting on Dino Crisis. When are we going to get a 3rd game?
I don't know, dude. I don't think ever.
Yeah,
they never made one after 2.
They kept talking about making a 3rd game on Xbox, but that never happened.
It never happened. It's a shame.
Yeah,
Regina has to come back.
Yeah. I
like
her.
I just want fucking...
Turok.
I also want a localization of Fatal Frame 4.
Maybe that's why RE3 holds a special place in my heart, because in RE3, the original, you could get a costume of Regina for Jill.
Yeah. I always say Regina. Isn't that how they say her name?
No, it's Regina.
I swear to God, they say Regina.
I can tell you right now, it's Regina. I play through the 2nd game like every year.
Yeah, so get shit on.
Was it the first game? I swear to God, they say it at least once. Like, I swear they have to have said it at least
Maybe
once.
one character says it, but I can assure you that it's pronounced Regina in almost every iteration.
He's getting shit on right now.
Okay, maybe it was just one time in the first game, but like I swear to God, I heard that and it just stuck with me.
I mean, it's possible there wasn't too many good voice acting coaches back in the 90s for video games. Like, we all heard the... have you guys ever played through Remake for the first game with the original audio, like, modded in? I hope this is not Chris's blood.
His blood.
For what? Oh, no.
Maybe you, the master of unlocking.
Rebecca, no.
I still like to play Remake 2 with the sounds of like the original sounds and music and shit. And I love doing that.
Yeah, Remake 2 I played originally with the RE2 like original sounds. So whenever Mr. X shows up and it's just fucking somebody just slams all the keys on the organ.
Oh my God. So what's up, Ruby? I know we're talking about Resident Evil, but I gotta know, are you ever gonna do like a Fatal Frame thing?
want to. I really want to do a Fatal Frame stream series because I don't feel that game gets enough attention.
No, there's
But
only one chick on YouTube that does them regularly.
I mean, I've seen people talk about it, but like I haven't seen people like actually play it. Like they'll talk about like the lore and everything, but they don't actually play the game on stream. And I'm like, but why?
We're here. We're ready.
Yeah, but I know they're planning something for Fatal Frame. I don't know if it's gonna be a new game or if they're gonna bring like a localization of Fatal Frame 4, but I
What I
want
want.
for
it.
Switch.
I just want it. Just give
Did you-
it.
Let me ask you a question. Did you like what they did with Maiden?
I didn't
How it's-
have any issues with Maiden personally, but
Okay.
I know other people did. But I also like how people are like, well, it's kind of based off of old Shinto religion. I'm like, do you not pay attention to? It has absolutely a lot of things to do with Shinto religion.
Did you play the first game? Or the
Yeah, I
second
played the
game?
first game.
Or
Yeah,
the third game?
right? I'm just like, where are you new?
Or the
Are
fourth
you
game?
YouTube fan?
Or the fifth game?
Oh.
Or any game period?
It's kind of based off Shinto religion. I'm like,
If you squint.
kind of.
If you squint it, you can kind of see.
Kind of. Nutty.
Silent Hill's
It's
kind of
cool.
based on occultism. I don't know if you knew that.
Kind of. Kind
Oh.
of. It's like diet occultism. It's not quite there yet.
I'm sad again. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But I do like when you do talk about Silent Hill, and I do think for the Silent Hill anniversary, you should try to do like, I don't know, a podcast or something like that based around Silent Hill.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
fun.
can hear Carlos right now just going, "No, fuck you, Austin. No one wants to see that shit." Like, I
Fuck
hear right
that.
now.
We're not doing it. I won't facilitate. I want no part of it. We're not. Nope.
Oh, Carlos really like. Yeah, it's funny, but Carlos really made me feel like giddy inside, and he's like, "I really enjoyed this." At the end, I was like, "Yes."
I know. I heard it audibly in the stream.
I was all happy.
Yep.
You're like, "This is what happiness feels like."
Am I happy to have a friend?
Is this what joy is?
What's up, Jason? Do you have anything else to talk about with Resident Evil? We kind of got off track there. Sorry.
No, that's completely fine. Like this, I honestly didn't know how long we were gonna go. Like the fact that we're almost at 2 hours is great. I love it. I don't really think I had any other questions other than like, so obviously we're definitely gonna be getting a Resident Evil 4 remake. Like there's pretty much all but confirmed.
Yeah.
And all I can say to that is boo.
So for Resident Evil 9. What do we think is next? Are we going to be following Chris as he goes after the BSAA? Like, obviously they showed Rose at the end of this game, but she was like a teenager. So that's got to be at least like, 15 to 16 years later.
Yeah, that's like almost a 20-year gap. I don't know
So
if
they're
gonna
obviously
like
not going to wait that long.
Yeah. Well, unless again, if she has accelerated aging.
That too, I've heard that theory where she's kind of like Evelyn, where she ages really quickly. So that's also a possibility.
She's like that baby from Twilight, right?
I must have missed that episode.
Yeah.
Ruby knows, right?
But yeah, maybe like her and Chris.
Oh, Twilight.
BSAA.
Fucking, I'm an idiot. I thought you were talking about the Twilight Zone. I was like, I don't think I saw that episode.
No.
What are you talking about? Twilight, yes, I didn't watch the movie, but I read the books about that.
Yeah, like the baby like grows up super fast or whatever.
Yeah, she leveled off. Maybe that's what
comfortable amount, yeah.
But yeah, I think Chris and Rose storming or going after the BSAA.
I just want to see what's happened to the BSAA.
Yeah, I don't want them to go action or like Austin said, like he's afraid they're going to go really action oriented.
Yeah, I don't want that. Please don't do that.
I feel like I have good reason to believe this, but maybe I'm just being paranoid.
I mean, if we went action oriented, it'd probably just feel like we did during the Chris segment of this game. Did we feel overpowered?
I hope this is the one time Austin is wrong.
Please.
Just let it be wrong.
Are you saying I'm mostly right all the time? I'll take it.
I wouldn't say mostly right, but you do bring up some good points. And when it comes to this particular topic, I kind of trust you a bit. So if it goes that way, I'm gonna be so mad and I'm gonna blame you for it.
Honestly,
just saying.
same.
I'm just saying
You
my
cursed
chest
us.
my chest is puffing out right now in pride. I'm just saying that.
Ew.
Yeah.
So we think
I
it
don't
might
know
be
what
Chris?
Yeah.
Actually I don't think so. I think it'll be something else. I think it'll be like either like a Jill, something to do with Jill, or like another character. I don't think it'll be Chris.
Okay. Because, yeah, they specifically said, like, the father story is done or whatever, so we're obviously not getting Ethan anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't think Mia's really
that
the
sucks.
fighting type.
They said
Well, I
it's a
mean-
trilogy, so it might have to do with the daughter.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mia did fight on that boat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But I don't think she's really into that anymore. I think she's tired of getting kidnapped and stuff. Plus, I don't think she has the regeneration like everybody else does.
Well, how's Rose gonna fight? She's gonna have to save her mother.
No.
Could you imagine if they actually did that? Like, would you actually be like upset about it? Would you like again? Seriously, bitch? Will you just stay at home?
If she gets Princess Peached again,
I'm getting taken flashbacks. Just keep her.
It's like the
Yeah,
one
just-
appropriate time you can be like, it's the one appropriate time you can
Stay
say, like,
inside.
Stay in the kitchen, please. Yeah.
Oh.
Just
God's
keep her.
sake.
It's fine.
if they did that, I'd be a little bit like those assholes. They actually did it. They had the balls to do it to me again.
I think it'd be cool to see like Zoe again or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Well, she again, this is all like behind the deluxe edition content, but she got out after End of Zoe. They held on to her for a little bit, then they let her go. She's now like a news reporter, and she did like a write up of the Baker incident.
What about the uncle?
We have no idea what happened to the uncle.
He just went back to his like hut. He's like, I'm gonna go.
He met Chris. They arm wrestled, and they have mutual respect for each other now.
Yeah,
they're fighting for which one's gonna continue.
It's like that scene in Full Metal Alchemist. They just flexed in front of each other for like a full minute.
Or it's like the scene in Predator.
Yeah.
Stop.
You son of a bitch.
I don't know, honestly. I think it's not going to be first person.
You think they're done with first person? Well,
for
I
now,
guess.
I think it's gonna be a third person game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were going for third person with Ethan just because, like, we don't know his faces, but they've shown us Rose, so maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Because they did it with Mia, but again, it was still Ethan's story, so. No idea.
Man,
I will say I do prefer.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just say I do prefer my horror games when I'm in third person, honestly. I'm not very good at first person horror games. Like Resident Evil is probably the only series that I'm really comfortable doing first person horror.
I'm a nostalgic horror, and I want my my fixed camera angles.
Tank controls.
Yeah.
The fear. Hashtag the fear.
But if we have to go back to, I would like third person back.
I can go either way. I really liked how it worked in first person, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I don't know. I think it was just bulky. Like, I put this on Twitter when I was reviewing it when I was like halfway through, but like, even after you get the speed boost buff, I still felt like it was just, Ethan just felt so slow. Like, he moves like a fucking old dude. I'm like, Ethan, please, run.
He's a dad. He's
not just
a fighter.
so slow. It's like that's the reason. That was the excuse that they gave.
He just wanted to have his daughter and grow old.
Technically,
Ethan.
Technically, this Ethan is only like 3 years old.
Whatever. Dude's an IT guy. Okay, what do you want
That's
from him?
true.
Look.
I'm giving him that.
Dude works in an office. What do you want from him?
I'm
Look,
just
for a dead
saying,
guy,
like-
he's okay.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's the excuse that they gave us the block button for, is because you're not running from anything. You're not going to outrun anything.
Look, what do you want? He's dead.
Well, I mean, like, you could say
That's
the
'cause he
same
couldn't
thing
run
about the
away.
defense items.
He's a dead dad. What do you want?
Dead dad. Oh no.
Ugh.
Dude
Went the
works
way
in
of the
an
Disney
IT
parents.
office all his life. And you're like, oh, this dude's cardio isn't up to par. He's like, he sits down like 8 hours a day. What do you want from him?
He
Jason,
ate like
if you
6
hate-
fishes.
If you hate the cardio that Ethan Winters has, you should play Alan Wake. Have fun with that.
Oh god,
No.
dude.
I
Play
think
that.
I think once upon a time I tried to start American Nightmare and I gave up.
So much Tweed.
I tried to run, but I couldn't because I realized I was a smoker. I thought about a new book while I was doing this. It's like, shut up, Alan.
It's like, please. Please.
Yeah, I think that was my biggest criticism, was just the
It's
fact that he was
slow.
so slow and bulky and everything felt so just unwieldy.
Look, he's out of shape. He's dead.
I get
he's a
it.
father.
I
he's
get it.
shy.
I'm
I
not
think
saying
you
that
should
it's
play-
not, he doesn't have his reasons. I'm just saying that maybe
Why don't you do this? There's mods for Resident Evil 2 remake that put it in first person.
I've seen those.
Why don't you try that on and then like tell me how it feels?
I don't want to.
And then if you're like, oh god, this feels just as bad, then like you'll know.
You'll
That
know.
it feels the same as the other guns, it's just perspective.
I mean, I'm not going to deny that I just don't like first person. If he moved this slow but it was in third person, maybe I'd be more understanding because I could see him moving, but all I can see is his wiggling gun and arms.
That'd be funny if it was third person, he just didn't have a head.
It's just arms floating.
That's what it is in BioShock, you know that?
Is it?
Yeah, there's no body. If like you a free cam, it's just arms.
Hmm.
It's pretty weird.
Ethan
Yep.
just has his face permanently in shadow, so you never know what he looks like. You're just like,
Even his promo art is
This
just
is-
him with his hand in front of his face.
This is just a disease, I swear to God.
If they ever put him in Marvel vs. Capcom, he's gonna have a bag over his head.
easiest cosplay ever. Just hands.
Oh man, I wish
Yeah.
that'd be sweet.
Only hands.
Only
Oh,
hands.
Stop. Stop.
Only
Put him in
hands.
Smash. Put him in Smash, like Master Hand.
No.
That
He wouldn't die because he would just keep pouring shit on his hands and he'd be fine.
Ethan's favorite dad line is, catch these hands.
Wow.
Jesus.
And with that, does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about on the game before we wrap this up?
I'm just glad that they've had really, honestly, bangers with Resident Evil recently after 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, I guess
definitely
it's
feel
still
like
too
Capcom's on a
actiony.
redemption arc.
Yeah.
Except with their fighting games, get your shit together there.
Hmm. Yeah, it
Like
just
you
seems like
said.
My bad.
overall, it just seems like fans.
I mean, have you
critics
seen the
alike are
newest
really
seasons
enjoying
of
it.
Street Fighter? Those characters are fun as fuck.
I mean, yeah, but have you felt how it played?
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
Like once they started
Yeah,
with
oh,
like
wow.
once G came out, it was great. All the characters felt awesome. Rose is so much fun.
Yeah, I guess so. Listen, I just want Marvel back, alright?
I know. Everybody hates
listen.
Infinite.
It hurts my heart.
Like I won't deny that Infinite didn't look good or story shit, but I had fun playing it. Like
Uh,
the
I just wanna
roster is
take you for a
awful.
ride, okay?
I know. It's okay, buddy.
He's just like, it's okay, Austin. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah, all the horror games, bangers.
Yeah.
Even Resident Evil 3 remake, like I know it's like kind of subpar, but I still enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. I still had a wonderful time with it.
I just wish it didn't cut out like half the fucking game.
Apparently,
Yeah, they missed out on quite a bit.
I want them to stop trying to make multiplayer happen like the way they're doing it, and just
Yeah.
fucking stop being a coward and make a fucking Outbreak remake. Anyway, that's just me.
Yeah, either Outbreak
Don't-
remake or bring back the actual Mercenaries mode, not this single player
Yeah.
stuff.
Don't remake Code Veronica. I don't care why other people want it. I hate it. I personally don't want it. Okay, that's just me.
I
personally
mean,
don't
if
want
they
it,
were
so
to
fuck
remake,
everyone else.
if they were to remake a game, I guess I'd pick Code Veronica just because that's a bad game and they can make it good. Whereas like RE4,
Thank you,
I
Jason.
get that they're remaking it, but I mean, it's already a good game.
Yeah, so fuck you, Austin.
Like,
Yeah, I
if
guess
they were
so.
to
Yeah,
make a
fuck me.
bad game better, I feel like that would be more redeeming than doing a good game and just being like, hey, it's new now.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do a melee only run? Yes, there's quite a few. Austin, you said there was a knife that does like 10 times the damage of the normal knife?
Yes, there's the Kirambit Knife. It's the one that Chris has. You
Ah.
can buy it after your first playthrough, and it's like 10 times as much damage.
And then if you do like the best on all of the mercenary runs, you get a lightsaber.
Not the
And I was
best,
reading-
but the second best.
Oh, second best. But yeah, like I was reading up on that, and like it changes colors. You can get like red, blue, and green. And I heard that the green one, if you hit things, it heals you.
That's pretty cool.
Like I guess the green one is like the herb mode, and like you hit things and it heals you, and it does like the least amount of damage out of all the colors, but it heals, which is cool. So I think it'd be entirely possible to do a melee only run.
I've done
Probably.
it. You can.
Well, yeah,
Except for literally sections where you have to shoot to like get past puzzles.
exactly. Like the
But,
giant fan.
That's or the bells. That's about it. But everything else, a knife.
All right.
Yeah.
Jason, do a melee only run.
I would love to, but I just realized that I don't want to.
Well, let me ask
Maybe
you this,
if I can
Jason,
unlock
you're-
the lightsaber, then I would definitely do a Jedi run. But other than that,
Good lord. Let me ask you this, Jason. Do you have any other retrospectives you're thinking about?
not at the moment. I don't really know what else is coming out this year, other than Guilty Gear, which is coming out in like 3 weeks. I'd have to see what else is coming out.
Well, if you're ever interested
Not doing Silent Hill.
in Silent Hill, I'm
Just
I'm
so
here.
He was so quick to say I'm not doing that.
He's been asking
I'm
for
right
this
here.
for months to years.
Well, I'm just here.
I
I
appreciate
can help
it.
you. I've helped other men with this problem.
He's had a taste, now he wants more.
Oh my god, he just
Listen,
wants
I'm
wants
I'm literally
everybody.
starved.
He's like everybody who looks for reaction videos on YouTube. He wants to see everyone's first reaction to playing through the game. Like that's what
Listen to me.
fuels him
You don't-
now.
You don't understand. I've been going years, and I mean literal years, being the only person in every group who knows anything about this game. Okay.
Same for
And
me
now
with
there's,
Dino
like-
Crisis.
Exactly. So there's like a little taste of it, and you don't understand the power that it takes over you. You're like, oh, I got to give it to other people so they feel it.
He's like a
It's like-
junkie. He just
Jesus
sits there.
Christ.
He's like,
But
"Just
he's the
give
weirder.
it."
He's the weirdest junkie. He's the junkie that tries to get other people addicted. He's like, "Hey, come on, I got some. If you want to hit, please. I promise
Please.
it'll be great."
Please,
Join
I can't
me.
do this by myself anymore.
Yeah, he's the junkie
I
that
see-
shares.
I mean, you got me. But I
I'm
didn't
s-
stream it though. But
You don't do anything. You don't even ask about it. I secretly
Oh.
hope.
that's true. That's true.
I
That's
secretly
true.
hope Ruby asks me questions every day. I'm like, I hope she's asking me a question soon.
I thought
Please.
she's gonna bring it up again. Just give it, please.
I'll even show you how to shoot upright. I'll show you how to get the best hit.
Anything, please.
Oh my god. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it. So we all around like an average of 8 or so out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm dropping it down to a 7.
7. Okay.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just still an 8. Resident Evil 8 gets an 8 out of 10 with me.
Yeah. 8.5 for
It
me.
gets a do
Yeah,
like X Play. It gets a 4 out of 5.
8.5, 9.
And we'll see what they do at what is it? Game Expo or whatever that's coming up in a couple of weeks. What's that one that Jeff Keighley's doing?
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't remember, honestly.
That guy's funny.
Anyways, that was our review / discussion on theories for Resident Evil Village. This will probably be going up on YouTube Friday, if not Saturday. Depends on when I can get around to editing it. But thanks everybody for joining. Thanks to my lovely co-hosts for joining as well. They were very, very interested in doing this, and it didn't require much pressure, which was nice. Though, sadly, I did not get my roommate because, for some reason, he doesn't remember these things.
Wow.
What a jerk.
Yeah,
You
fuck
live
that
with
guy.
him though.
I know,
Tell him
it's so funny. I've been talking about this all week, saying, like, man, I can't wait for Thursday. It's going to be so cool. We're going to talk about Resident Evil, because he's played it so many times. And he's like, yeah, sure, it'll be fun. And then he texts me today being like, hey, I'm going to go stop by my mom's tonight after work. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
God damn it.
What an asshole.
Yeah. Dude.
Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys later.